Smart 24, driving business.
My name is Asha Naimi. I'm the director of the Solar Innovation Center. The Innovation Center is a clean technology innovation hub that promotes sustainable energy future in Dubai and beyond. And it's located at the heart of Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park, which is considered among the largest single-site solar park worldwide based on the IPP model. The Innovation Center is focusing on 3 key pillars: innovation, education, and inspiration. The education by empowering youth and building their capabilities in the field of clean and renewable energy. We are hosting professional training, providing workshops and trainings to empower the next generation of innovators in the field of renewable and clean energy. The inspiration by inspiring people and raising their awareness about sustainability and the green initiatives of DEWA that support Dubai transition toward the clean energy. So it's open to public to come and visit the Innovation Center and see the actual initiatives and the projects in real life. And we are focusing as well on the innovation by showcasing the latest technologies that are being adapted to the project of the solar park and DEWA in general, the renewable and green initiatives of DEWA.
Smart 24, driving business.
Well, just like I was saying, we are bringing you a story where His Excellency, the President of Uganda, launched the first ever diagnostic test kit manufacturing plant in the Great Lakes region. This groundbreaking initiative signals a strategic effort to overcome persistent barriers within the sector, such as capital constraints, technology transfer, low investment, fragmented regulated systems, and as well as a shortage of skilled labor. We have a story, and let's have it. The Microhem Scientific Facility, spearheaded by Dr. Cedric Akwesije, boasts state-of-the-art technology capable of producing a diverse range of diagnostic kits addressing critical health needs such as molecular and rapid diagnostic test kits, HIV viral load test kits, HIV early infant diagnosis test kits, and HIV drug monitoring kits. Their portfolio also includes kits for HIV self-testing, malaria, and hepatitis B.
The facility has been constructed in accordance with WHO standards, following ISO 13485, following CGMP. It has been inspected thoroughly by National Drug Authority. In its first phase, we are ready as of today to produce HIV rapid test kits. Now, rapid means they can be used anywhere. You don't need to have a lab. Your Excellency, we lose a lot of people to malaria every day. If today a taxi fell down on Masaka Road or Chiboga Road or Guru Road, it would be on the newspapers. It would be everywhere. But no one counts the people who have died because of malaria, the children, the mothers. And one of the challenges is access to quality diagnostics. If you are poorly diagnosed, the doctor is going to give you a different drug. You keep with the disease, and 2-3 days later, if it is malaria, you actually die. Your Excellency, these products are now manufactured here.
This groundbreaking initiative aligns with the broader strategy of shifting from import dependency to local manufacturing, a sentiment echoed by the Minister of Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng.
Suddenly, we were running out of PCR reagents and supplies, and countries that were manufacturing didn't want to export them before they could satisfy their own needs. It took the intervention of His Excellency the President, talking directly to the heads of the global manufacturing corporations, for the country to get some of the laboratory reagents and supplies. Your Excellency, we are grateful. However, with local manufacturing, we wouldn't have gone through all these challenges, because we would be having direct access to the reagents and supplies.
We have huge equipment centralized at regional referrals or at national referrals. This is talking to solving access to the test. Please allow me to assure you that the days of spending quite a lot of money on importation of medical products, medical diagnostic products, is starting its journey to going down. Why? Your Excellency, currently, the national diagnostic demand in public health sector alone is approximately $200 million.
President Museveni, in his address, encouraged local scientists to collaborate globally, leveraging on Uganda's powerful market resource. The president also emphasized that partnerships are achievable, citing the potential of Uganda's market, which serves as a catalyst for scientific development. President Museveni assures local scientists that the newly inaugurated diagnostic test kit manufacturing plant will have guaranteed offtake in line with World Health Organization standards. The president pledges collaboration with the Ministry of Health to ensure a seamless offtake process, providing reassurance to the scientific community.
We coordinate and you approach partners, they will work with you because you have one element of business, which is market, and other factors like labor, cheaper labor, even raw materials. The raw materials here could be cheaper. So therefore, I really want to salute you, young people, for waking up. And getting out of the slavery of dependency, because that has been the problem.
So yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to launching the first ever diagnostic test kit that is going to be saving the country approximately $200 million in imports. Of course, according to Dr. Cedric Akamwesige, he says that we import 80% of the vaccines. Of course, that is known. But then with this test kit manufacturing plant, we're going to be saving Ugandans gradually. Of course, it will not happen automatic, but gradually we're going to be saving the government approximately $200 million annually. because we will no longer be importing these HIV test kits, we will no longer be importing these malaria test kits. You can do it at the back, you know, just at your home. I mean, it's already happening. But for malaria, we haven't seen so much being embraced in that area. But of course, they also mentioned that hepatitis B, among other testings, will be happening just because of this first ever diagnostic test manufacturing plant that was launched yesterday in Tinda, Nakawa.
Me, I just have a small question. I love what you're telling the country, but like you just say here, like the same plant has ever been launched sometime before, and then they say there are 2 projects going on. Can you clarify on that?
The same building.
The same building.
I'm putting on spot as if I'm the person who has launched. But anyway,
as a reporter, the person who did the story would love to know, because this is the same thing that has ever been launched, and then you said there are 2 projects going on there.
Yeah, I mean,
you can clarify on that.
I will do that. So Twitter is buzzing because it's apparently that's the same building that was launched in May last year, 2022. But differently, of course, they were launching something that is in regards to vaccine. And you know, we do not manufacture our own vaccines yet. So the same building is being used to launch the first ever manufacturing kit. But in his defense, because the person that launched it last year is the same person that we see today, Dr. Cedric Akamwesije. So in his defense, he's saying that these are 2 different projects and they are okay to be housed under the same building. Okay. That is the information we have in regard to that. So there are 2 different, you know, projects that are happening at the same building. But also maybe we might have not gotten, and maybe to just move away from the politics, because perhaps it could just be the politics of some of the people. As long as this is what have come out in media to clarify that they have launched the manufacturing plant that is going to save Ugandans quite a huge amount of money. We also need to note or to hear from what the president said. He promised the scientists at that manufacturing plant that they are going to have some offtake, because there are certain standards that they have to meet from World Health Organization. Your World Health Organization needs a document that clarifies that this is the amount of the testing kits that will be taken by Ugandans. So that hasn't been finalized. Even for vaccines, even for COVID-19, before you even invent anything, there needs to be assurance that Ugandans or your population are going to take up this vaccine. So that's something that has not been realized yet, but the president assured the scientists that together with Ministry of Health, it will be realized. He also told them to collaborate to be able to tap onto the market that is within East Africa, mentioned of about 300 people, that this, you know, first ever testing kit should be able to help not only Ugandans, I mean, save lives, but also help the nation make some money.
So that means that testing kit, I can use it at the comfort of myself, when I'm at home, just myself, and I take the results.
But no, you don't need. Yeah, you can take the results, but
because I need medication. Right?
For that.
So that's very important. I know even being importing these things, these products at a high cost. So if we start manufacturing them here,
good news.
Of course, it is good news, regardless of what is going on Twitter.
Of course, Ugandans have been buying these kits to test from home, the HIV and the HIV mainly, and the HCG for pregnancy.
Not just HIV, even malaria, hepatitis B.
Malaria, it is hard to test from home. We've not seen it.
But
typhoid.
But it's going to be the first of its kind for malaria.
Ugandans need to be educated on how to use these tests. So far, we only know how to use HCG and the HIV one. But the point I want to drive is that this initiative is quite good. It is very good. It is welcoming. But we want it to be felt
by
the
population.
Ground. Yeah, by the population. I'm talking about the prices of these tests.
Yeah.
Right now, the test for the HIV is 5,000. So if we have a plant here, we want it to go as low as 2,000 or 1,000.
That would be fair.
That would be fair, and yes, Ugandans will appreciate this new thing, this new initiative that is coming up. But if the price is still the same, 5,000, and
we 5,000 is too much for some people.
It is too much.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is, Pedson. It may not be too much to you.
And maybe to reoccur on what the doctor said, For HIV, I mean, testing, that's how, I mean, because of too much testing, that's how I've been able to know that Mbarara is a district that has stopped with, you know what, HIV positives, yes.
Exactly.
But what is happening is that, yes, what is happening is that for a long time, malaria and hepatitis B have been also ignored, and yet they are viral, you know, diseases.
Yeah.
Actually, malaria kills more than the HIV one.
You know? Yeah. So just like the doctor said, he mentioned that currently the testing equipment that we have as a country is centric. Someone has to first travel from Kabarore, Kasese to come to test for, you know, there is no efficiency. Yes. There's no efficiency when it comes to that. But with these testing kits, at least for malaria and hepatitis B in the long run, you know, it should be able to help that. And then they also mentioned something that I almost forgot to mention, that they intend to use this prototype of the technology that they have at that facility to start now manufacturing vaccines. You know what happened? I mean, Honorable, the Minister of Health just mentioned it, that the President literally had to beg the head of the organization that was, you know, governing all those vaccines to actually let us have some vaccines, because most of those countries wanted to use them to satisfy their needs. So, and that's the biggest challenge that we have as Africa. 90% of the vaccines we have, we are importing them. And these are the challenges as to why we have not been able to realize that. The biggest, of course, is capital constraints. Then we have technology transfer, low investment, fragmented regulatory frameworks, policies. And then the people that actually, and then the people that actually would want to invest in that are also not there. And then also skilled labor of what is happening in the pharmaceutical, you know, sector. So these challenges, big and many as these, are really hoped to be addressed as soon as, you know, we start on the journey of manufacturing our own vaccines.
But also, that being said, it's also very important. Now let's shift to this testing kit. I think after being manufactured here, they should make sure that all these kits, they take them to every government hospital.
Yes.
You get?
Yes.
Not just staying at the plant,
so that it's faster.
Hospitals. They should take them like they take taking government drugs to different hospitals in the village.
Just like we go to
access them.
Hospitals and we find condoms. They should be free even.
They should be
What's
free.
funny?
It's not funny. What's it
you know, they should be.
But they started it to make money. How do you expect them to? Okay, they should make
It's a government thing. So I mean, their priority should be the health of Ugandans. I mean, that I believe. Then the profit should come in later. But of course, I'm very much sure that this technology must have been costly for them.
But of course, government hospitals have those testing things.
It's a multi-billion investment there. Yeah, so it's too much money.
But of course, looking at matters that are different, almost spent about 20 minutes. But I mean, that is a big story that just came in from the office of the president. Like I was saying, looking at matters of fostering alliances and looking at curbing corruption, as the nation gears up to observe the Anti-Corruption Day on December 9th, anti-corruption agencies are actively engaging with media organization owners to enhance collaborations in the fight against corruption. As per the report from the Inspector General of Government, the country experiences annual loss of 20 trillion due to corrupt practices. Let's have it.
We can only protect you against harassment because of whistleblowing. But if you have other issues in your institution, like insubordination, like not working, that like not achieving your targets, you know, there are so many issues. So if you blow your cover, you make yourself susceptible to these other issues. But what we are required to do under the law is to protect your identity. And if you protect your identity, nobody will victimize you. So please, whistleblowers, tell them they're not supposed to blow their cover. Of course, we are supposed to pay them a 5% gratification if the information they bring leads to recovery of funds. They're entitled to 5% of the funds that have been recovered. But still, all that is supposed to be done undercover. So please, media, tell whistleblowers not to blow their cover because they make themselves susceptible to other issues where we cannot protect you.
The cost of the road has been answered too. What I can add, without being defensive or preempting what the findings will be, is that you also need to look at the land tenure and ownership system in our different countries. When you look at Tanzania, even Kenya, to a great extent, I think the state owns the land, including Ethiopia. I was in Ethiopia and I was asking, the state government owns the land. So when you are doing a road there, there's nothing like compensation. They just relocate the people and ask them to shift and then they pass the road. Whereas here, a bigger part of the costing of the road has to do with the project affected persons, compensation and resettlement and so forth. So you integrate that in your study and be able to give us a well-informed position.
But war might seem a bit strong because in a war, people die. But then I wonder, do people die because of corruption? What do you think? Yes, people die also because of corruption. And actually, I would like to encourage the journalists that I hear to have a look at the Corruption Perception Index of Transparency International and to compare the life expectancy of the countries at the top and the life expectancy of the countries at the bottom. And if you make an average of the life expectancy of the 10 least corrupt countries and an average of the life expectancy of the 10 most corrupt countries, you will see that there is more than 20 years of life expectancy lost. So that's the cost in terms of years. 20 years of every person in a country that is part of the least corrupt countries.
Well, that's pretty much it in regards to curbing corruption. But I was just looking at statistics here that were informing me that in just 2019, we're losing about 9 trillion shillings. And now Hanifa tells us that 20 trillion shillings in just 2023. I mean, it has multiplied, if not doubled. You know?
Yeah, that's very serious. It's disastrous.
These agencies, they want to collaborate with the media. But it's something we asked these agencies that when the media tries to expose the corrupt, we are the first to be beaten. The media people are beaten, journalists are beaten, and they are not compensated.
There's no freedom of expression. They want us to express.
No, exactly. We have few media houses who try to do serious investigative stories. And even before they finish them, they get calls and tell them, drop that investigation. How do they want us to expose the corrupt if we cannot freely cover these stories to do with corruption?
Like the same question you just posed. I wonder how can we do it when you yourselves you fear to expose them?
Exactly.
We have had statements coming around saying there are some corrupt guys who they have turned to be the big fish.
Exactly, yes. We asked the
guys are not tampered with. So how are we going to do it as the media owners or the people who work on media? How are we going to do it when their offices, they say Betty Kane's office also fearing to tap or to touch them?
Exactly. We asked the IGG and the ICT minister. He assured us that cabinet is working hand in hand now. Is going to work hand in hand in the media. They are telling us not to be afraid to expose as long as we have the factual. We have the rights. We have the facts. But we get reports in Parliament, and these reports expose people. Names are named, and we do stories. But the same people are brought back in ministries. The same people who are compromised, who are corrupt, who are named as corrupt, Parliament makes recommendation, a committee makes recommendations that so and so is corrupt, remove him. But you find the same person who is implicated somewhere in another ministry.
Has been appointed.
Exactly. How do we, as the media, how do we do it? What do they exactly? What do they want us to do?
Setting you up.
Exactly. This is a setup.
No, but I think you can do what we can do is just try to do your work. Right? You get just do what you can do as a person, as a relevant journalist. Do what you can do. But this is what we have seen for a long time. That every time a certain journalist go ahead and try to investigate in certain corruption scandals, a lot of intimidation.
Your life is at risk.
Your life is always
You're
at
not
risk.
safe.
So that's the biggest problem you're passing through. But of course, you can always try.
And the minister, Balyomusi, he tried to tell us, but Ugandan media, you're not patriotic enough. We get to do these big headlines which are only talking about the negatives of this country.
But that's what the country needs to hear.
But if the negatives are too many, so how?
The other day, there was a time I was at one of those ministries, and someone said that you people, remember Mabati time,
exactly.
you people have set the propaganda, everyone is talking about the Iron Sheet saga, and yet there are deep stories there that if you found out, you would even want to be, you would even hide.
I know.
But the Mabati saga was also so big, so how can
that you people made it every day.
Talking about the Mabati, talking about the Mabati.
You set the agenda. I don't know that you said
the names were named.
People set the agenda.
Of course, names were named during the Mabati scandal. And nothing was done to these people. If they keep going to court and court, we want to see these people paying back. They should pay. These people get a lot of money. They should pay back. Pay back to the people of Karamoja. Because they stole from Karamoja. From Karamoja, people who don't have. This Mabati was supposed to go to those people who do not have, and people decided to divert the Mabati to themselves.
But
we needed to see such things.
Step out of this show, you wait, and Gadron is waiting for you outside.
No. And there is even a law. The law was passed and of confiscating property of someone who has been implicated. We have so many corrupt people. These things are even happening in the Islamic faith. Right now, we have a scandal of our mosque is. We don't know the fate of our mosque, Old Kampala Mosque.
It's being auctioned or what?
It is being auctioned anytime. We don't know. People made their deals. There are so many corrupt people. What we want as a country is to see people who are implicated bring back what they have taken. That is what the public wants.
Justice should prevail. And exactly, justice should prevail. People should be sentenced. The government should be federal, like how we see other governments.
Exactly.
Like the US. Law is law.
The law is.
I mean, they don't care if you're famous. I mean, see what is happening to Didi. See what happened to Ara Kerry, maybe to the side of entertainment, because most people follow entertainment. Those people are famous. They are rich, but they are in courts, and they are like even no single corruption can save them. Exactly. Because of what they did. The law is the law. So
the law is the law.
The law should be fair.
I was reading somewhere about Singapore. About Singapore's economy. You see, at one time we were better than Singapore, but at this very time it's bigger than us. And do you know the method they used? I read somewhere, and I read somewhere, and I realized that every Saturday it was a killing day.
Killing day.
You know the killing day they mean? Killing the corrupt.
Oh my God.
Whether you are who or where you are who, and you've been found to be corrupt.
Okay, that is too much. You've gone even far. We have Rwanda. We have Rwanda. There is zero tolerance to corruption. We have Rwanda. We have Tanzania. Tanzania is already in the middle income status. Do you think those people, if they were corrupt like us here, they would be in the middle income status? We are not yet there because of corruption.
The biggest problem is corruption.
Corruption, yes. And
by the way, I've also had information that Rwanda, Kigali, their capital city, is growing at a high speed compared to ours.
That is not information. That's not a rumor. It's a truth.
It's not a rumor.
I mean, so the biggest thing that you can boost around is infrastructure, and our infrastructure it's pitiful. Like you look at it, and you don't want even anyone to come and visit. There are roads, my dear, you reach and you're like, maybe this KCCA doesn't even know this road. There is a road that needs
like they don't get money.
Yes. So if you're talking about that you've had something in regards to Kigali being boosted as a good city, it's because have you been there? that city is clean.
Clean.
And Rwanda is among the poorest countries.
They implement it. The law is working there.
Exactly.
The laws work.
And the infrastructure doesn't even compare. I mean, we would be
Our
far.
president is too lenient.
You know, that's like what I was saying. That
I know it's a change.
Anyway, that story has now led us to a short break, but we will return with more. Stay with us because we still have more in store.
Smart 24, driving business.
This holiday season, we wish you the freedom to enjoy all your football. We wish you fun and lots of Ugandan entertainment. We wish you a good time together. So turn up the volume on your favorite show and be merry all day long. We wish you laughter everywhere in the home. We wish you and your loved ones a very DSTV holiday. Stay connected to DSTV family at only 64,000 shillings and light up your festive season. DSTV Uganda. It's your moment.
Ugandans come to Ginger City every weekend. And December 16th, 2023 is Uganda's end-of-year party as Smart FM hosts the Smart Swag Fest Season 2. Don't miss performances from Uganda's top DJs, MCs and artists like the king herself, Cindy Baby, and her full band, Fig for Maker, UG Boys, Kesmon Switch, King Zamba, Waymaker Official, Voice Nasi, Zaptom Rizla, Lance Soldier, and many more local artists. Let's meet at the Chairman's Back, next to Ginger Showgrounds. Get your early bird tickets now at 15K and at the gate 20K. Gets open from 10 a.m. till late. The Smart Swag Fest is organized by 89 Smart FM and Hot Shots. Powered by Smart 24 TV, Cisan Suits, NBS Cordeo, GZ Mechatronics, Ginger Hippos, Kampala University, Albeit Electronics and Solar Center, TMU Tubing and Rafting, Banji Uganda, Quad Biking Ginger, Cable Giants, Stardom Visuals and Audio, Bidco, and Club.
Tastefully different. Not for sale to persons under 18.
Smart 24, driving business.
We're very glad that you're still tuned in to Smart 24 TV. And of course, moving on, let's look at how the former Rustler corridors are now being transformed into agribusiness farmers. Now, Japanese Ambassador Fukazawa Hidemoto recently launched a 2.5 shillings farmers cooperative in Kole and Napak districts. Serving as a one-stop center to boost agricultural production, this initiative is on the move to transform farming into a business, emphasize quality food production and processing for improved marketing as well as household income. Let's have the story and then we come back. Under the One Stop Center Association's project, 2 farmers' cooperatives in Kole and Napak districts, funded by a 2.5 billion Ugandan shillings partnership between the Japanese government and Sasakawa Africa Association, have been established with an aim to enhance agricultural production and boost household income for the local community. The initiative, signed in March earlier this year, signifies a collaborative effort to empower farmers and uplift rural livelihoods in the region. Japanese Ambassador to Uganda Fukazawa Hidemoto emphasized the need to monitor the utilization of the Japanese taxpayers' money in the project. This statement underscores the importance of accountability and efficient use of funds in ensuring the success of the cooperative initiative.
Sasakawa Africa Association wrote a proposal to the Foreign Affairs of Japan, and after writing a winning proposal, it was accepted. And we are happy that the Foreign Affairs of Japan was able to give Sasakawa funding, where they have been able to raise these 2 Oscars, Bala and Apetolim. So the Foreign Affairs of Japan has been a very cardinal and very good partner to be able to fund such a big investment, almost in the whole of Lango region. This is the first of its kind.
Transparency, accountability is very important for us. As I mentioned, this money is not my money. It's from the taxpayer of the people of Japan. I have to be sure the taxpayer in Japan knows what the tax is used for. That's it. And we know that Sasakawa is a very trustful organization.
Prior to Sasakawa's intervention through the One Stop Center project, beneficiaries faced significant challenges with food production and household income. The implementation of improved agricultural skills, including seed and post-harvest handling, has reduced in enhanced food production, better marketing practices, and a notable increase in income for the beneficiaries.
So when the Sasakawa came, they gave us a lot of training. They gave us planting, also post-harvest handling, and also they link us to market to various places, not in the community here alone. They also gave us link to various places. And then also post-harvest handling, they gave us some materials, some things to do our post-harvest nicely so that we could get a better market. So by this time we have a better market. People are calling us from Gulu, from Nwaya, from where, to get our seeds, to get our grain here. Even from Bale Kumi, we have market linkage there, even Kidgum. Kidgum, we are not badly off. We are getting market there because of Sasakawa. They have trained us to produce vegetable. Now we are okay with vegetable also. You can get us eating this vegetable as you see here. Most of our farmers, they have kitchen vegetable at around their home so that they can produce those things with them. And also, you are seeing, they put us a structure there. Here you can see the store, which is going to contain 600 metric tons of what? Of the grain. Even the milling machine we have there. That milling machine is for maize and also for what? For rice, so that people come and buy from here. If that also, they are linking us market to outside, what? Not even to Uganda also. They're linking us market to outside Uganda so that we can get. Even the milling machine they are giving us produce a very nice poso. If you see our poso, it's very white. First class poso, golden. That's why we put it golden what? Golden super what? Poso. And our rice also very well. And that milling machine, why we have picked the interest so much, in 1 hour it mills about 800 kilograms to what? To 1,000 kilograms. 1 hour only. So with that what? We in future we are planning also not to do only this one because of the brain. We are also planning to keep chickens so that we can get eggs we sell to the people. We also sell that maize bran to other people for animals.
So yeah, that's those are cattle, corridors from districts of Kole, Napak, and like from the Karamoja region that were former cattle raiders, cattle rustlers, or where they reside, that's where those cattle raiders or cattle rustlers used to pass. But now they are big-time agribusiness farmers. That's the most important thing to note. Of course, 2.5 billion shillings cooperatives have been set in those districts, actually 2 of them, and these cooperatives have one-stop center, places where you can reach, where there is a milling, machine, there is a market, there is expertise, there is training on post handling, everything that there is to know about agricultural production. So Karamoja, is being turned into a big hub for agriculture, agribusiness, farmers, and it's interesting because we are tired of hearing
there's no food.
There's poverty,
and there's no food. People are dying of hunger. Yeah, that is something we talked about. There's a time we talked about it. I interacted with some legislator from that side, and he said there is nothing that does not grow in Karamoja.
So that means
like anything grows, even matoke. He told me his farm has matoke plantation, like he has a plantation of matoke. He has everything. He has everything that we grow here grows that side. But it is
the mindset.
It is the mindset, yeah. What those people are doing is quite good for the people of
and if they can
exactly
switch to farming, I think it's far more important.
They can actually do both. They can do both. They can rear their cows at the same time.
These are people that never used to, settle at a place, but now they have gotten a reason to. And I'm sure, just like the Japanese ambassador to Uganda mentioned that the Sasakawa should take heed of the money that has been given, because this is taxpayers' money of people from Japan. I'm sure the support is going to be continuous.
So
because
we should take care.
Yes, it should be continuous so that more money can come in and support this region. But Edison, what do we get?
Yeah, the Uganda Bureau of Statistics has inaugurated its new board of directors. And this follows a cabinet decision that saw Dr. Albert Yamugisha from your place returning for the third season, or the third year term as the chairman of Ubo's board of directors. So, like I said, like on November 28th, 2023, that's yesterday at the Statistics House, the Uganda Bureau of Statistics officially inaugurated its new board of directors. This comes after cabinet decision that permitted Dr. Albert Yamugisha serves as the chairman of Ubo's board of directors for further 3 years. But we want to look at who is Dr. Yamugisha. Like you've seen on the screen there, Dr. Yamugisha holds a PhD in monitoring and evaluation from Kobe University, that's in Japan, that's around 2012. He also holds a master's degree of science in statistics at the University of Sheffield, that's UK, that was around 1992. And the same man who has been remained as the chairman of the board of directors of Ubos also holds a PhD in pure science at the University of Sheffield, still in UK, and a Bachelor of Statistics and Applied Economics from Makerere University, that was around 1990. So of course we had a clip with him talking about his position and what exactly he's going to do. For us, if you can play that clip for us, and then after we come back to the studios.
This I guarantee you, we shall work around the clock and make sure we achieve all our objectives. Led by Madam Pamela and UBOS management, led by, of course, executive directors, heads of departments, the staff, for the key role you have played in supporting us and facilitating the board performance. All of you have been excellent people. You have supported us in and out. Please, your continuity to do so will undoubtedly create a happier Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Actually, I had not recognized the Professor Robert.
That's Dr. Yamugisha, who is going to still to be the chairman board of directors. We hope this time around they're going to do good work, and of course, Ugandans have been having a lot of information. Some have good information about that statistics that we always release, that Ubos always release. Others have good information. But his professional experience led to the design and implementation of government of Uganda monitoring and reporting system that provides some annual reports to cabinet and government of Uganda's sector performance and spending. Other members that were inaugurated include Mr. Jacob Apolot, representing Bank of Uganda, and there's also Ms. Rosetina Kavuma, representing the Ministry of Finance, Chris Mukisa, that remains to be the UBOS Executive Director. Chris Mukisa, that's the Executive Director, admitted that there have been some indiscipline at the Bureau, and this time he says they're going to work together to make sure that such kind of indisciplines are ironed out. Let's have a look at this.
And they are feeding you with a lot of wrong messages. And the press, of course, what we ask the press that you should always verify what they call objective reporting. You don't just hear anything from the other person before you verify, publish. Yeah, so I'm very hopeful that the Bureau is now stable. We are planning very well. One of the biggest activities, as you know, is census, and other surveys are going on. So I think we are able to serve the country in uttermost good faith, as we have been told by the principal judge.
Thank you. That's good. Chris, people don't know the role of statistics in the country. So every time we go for the national census, we'll know how many people that we have in the country, and that will help in planning for the country. That we should do. So that's the role of the statistics. Is that the only thing they do? They do, of course, very many things. You get every time, every the end of the month, these guys release what we call CPI, Consumer Price Index.
They keep releasing. Of course, they keep releasing. They release statistics.
Yes.
But are those the right statistics?
These are the people who are mandated to release any statistical statement in the country. And now they're planning to get to have a national census that is about to begin. So every time
have they now gotten the money
the country going to plan for, then NPA, that's the National Planning Office, will also get to know how many people that the country is going to plan for. You get. So that's it. That's all what had happened at Uganda Bureau of Statistics having its new board of directors.
We have a problem as a country, which is lack of data. And just like I was about to tell you, every time I go to a conference, most of the conferences that I know, they'd be like, but we do not have recent data in regards to that. But there is no enough statistics in regards to that. The statistics we have are from 2020.
Yeah.
Why is that the case if there is the statistics house that is there? Why is that the case? I would like to also pose a question to you because you covered it. Because many institutions, including those of government, they say we have a problem of data.
Yes.
Who is supposed to collect the data? If it's the mandate of statistics, like you said, why is
yet they are paid for giving us data? Actually, for giving us accurate data.
There is time for everything.
That's how you're going to answer that.
No, there is time for everything. If these people, if you want data concerning population, it is always on their website. Do you even visit their websites? You know that we have very many Ugandans who even don't know that every time we need data, we need to go to the website of Uganda Bureau of Statistics.
But you are now answering like this.
That's why.
You want to tell me that a person would hold a research and tell me and sit on a podium and say that we do not have recent data in regards to this, and they even stand in front of a camera and they even make an interview like, but there is no recent information, there's no data. This has happened on several occasions on one of those conferences that I usually attend. I say it because I know it is happening.
Anyway.
So it is either maybe their role as their organization to look for more data and invest in research and invest in carry out studies like how people go to field and they come up with all these studies that inform that. Oh, it's the role of the Uganda Bureau of Statistics to give us updated information because we rely on information to make
I don't want to sound like I'm the PR, like she has said, the executive director has admitted that yes, there's some sort of indiscipline and irregularity somewhere.
Yeah.
But this time with the new board of directors, he thinks things are going to be okay.
Okay, let's have the second story that is in regards to sustainable.
GIZ has also put in a lot of efforts to have the women entrepreneurs being sensitized about the funds and the financial funds that are supposed to be given for them to uplift their businesses. And of course, they have been taught a lot of things. When I see here, they say Solid Rock Life and Business in collaboration with GIZ celebrated the successful conclusion of a 2-year training program And this initiative launched in February 2022 by Women Entrepreneurs for Africa, Women Entrepreneurs for Africa together, if you hold them together, and implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, aimed to enhance business capacities and provide access to formal financial services. Our reporter, Brenia Kastusima, was behind this story. Let's have a look at more details and then come back to studios.
The participation rate of women in the economy is far too low. Ugandan politics and your national development plan and various other policies say we need all together find answers to close that gap. And the Women Entrepreneurship for Africa initiative is one of those answers we are able to give, and I'm very happy that we can conduct it on behalf of all the other development partners and together with our partners from the Ministry of Gender and Labour Social Development.
We think that it's not only right for us to invest in women, but it makes a lot of economic sense. And as we recognize the fact that women constitute the majority in our population, it would be poor or bad economics if you excluded the majority from the economic activities within a particular country. You are doing yourself a disservice if you think you are going to develop the country using the minority.
Over 80 female entrepreneurs were trained and coached. We had on-site mentoring sessions and coaching sessions at the different premises for the entrepreneurs to ensure that whatever they were trained on and upskilled on, they were able to implement in their businesses so they could be able to grow.
Yeah, that's a great one coming in over there about Women Entrepreneurs for Africa. But they're looking forward to also recognizing the pivotal role women play in the economy. So the initiative is focused on improving, of course, their participation, given their majority representation in the population. And this leaves, let's think, impact on economic empowerment and financial resilience for women in business, not only in Uganda, but Africa as a whole.
GIZ has money, that's what I was just saying. They have money. I'm so shocked they are even into now Africa women. I knew them for wanting to champion things with renewable energy.
Very many programs in Uganda, not only supporting women entrepreneurs, but even other programs, like I can tell you.
Yeah, so that is good. Write a proposal.
As what? As how?
I mean, you already know now they are into even women entrepreneurship. Like, you know, this is what we have as a journalist have covered women entrepreneurs. This is what is affecting them.
I have a problem with them. They only support women.
And that's now you're starting to cry for men here.
Women are the vulnerable one.
Yeah, that's true. 100%.
In the next few years, you are the ones who are going to start marrying us. Because you have money.
It's very possible. It's very possible. By the way, Hanifa, don't laugh. Do you know that the people that are being ranked as the most entrepreneur, I mean, Uganda was ranked as the most entrepreneurial state, but it's because of women. PSFU has trained women under the GROW project. Let me not break Karango for them, but very many people are training, and women are adapting because they know, I hear that we as women were built in a way that we listen, and then everything they tell us in regards to making money.
Women put their mind to it, to something, but men be always diverted.
By women.
By women.
Every program.
You put
for you
so you want something for
women are not corrupt.
Something specifically for men also.
You are designed, you are built up, you are created to work.
Boy child has suffered. Let's end the show.
I think so. We should. I mean, I hope that we get more insights in regards to GIZ, and at least we know that we have done a couple of stories in regards to renewable energies. And I think on Friday we do have a lot, planned up for you. You just have to tune in again on the very, Friday at 6 p.m. for the business show and get, incited in the world of business. Good evening. I'm Rana Habu.
It's a bye-bye. For now, let's wait for Adrian, who's coming in for news.
Alvin. Yes.
What's the second name? You prefer to mention. I'll be waiting for you, but it's a bye-bye for now for business today. Of course, my name is Pedro, so Mumbere.
Good evening.